On Friday, November 23rd, the National Climate Assessment was released. In the DMV area alone, the report projects a doubling in the number of heavy rain events by the end of the century. Already, the area is seeing 2 extra inches of rain. As a result, flooding will become more frequent. Sea levels in the mid-Atlantic have risen 3 to 4 times as fast as the global average rate in recent decades, contributing to a 100 to 200% increase in high tide flooding in some of the places. The average temperature will go up by 5 degrees in 2050, as each year becomes the warmest year on record. But this report was buried under Black Friday deals. Kallan Benson, 14, from Crownsville, Maryland, wants to make sure the word about climate change gets out.
I thought the climate assessment was really well done, but it also was very depressing. And the fact that I think it was Sarah Huckabee Sanders came out and said it wasn't based on facts. The fact that we're not thinking about doing anything because we really have to do something right now, that just, it scares the heck out of me.
She founded Parachutes for the Planet in January 2018 following the People's Climate March, where she gathered 1,600 youth signatures on a parachute inspired by the AIDS quilts. The organization's mission is to encourage youth participation in advocating for action against climate change by making their own parachutes decorated with environmental themes and youth opinions.
I've had people think I was in law school, so people typically think I'm a lot older than I am when really I'm younger. Part of that's because I'm tall, but it's also that I'm out there working on these things and going lobbying and attending protests in front of the State House. Sometimes they're even kind of dismissive, like, why are you here? And you have to explain to them, well, I have a direct stake in this. And that symbolizes for me thinking of the next generations. You have to think about that 5th generation. You can't just think about your generation and what's going to happen to you.
The reason for parachutes, she says, was very specific.
One is the idea of a safe landing on climate change, so we're not going to go pounding into the rock. We're going to drift down and catch ourselves. And then the other idea is that we're billowing up the hopes and visions of the future generation.
We just thought there was nothing, that we didn't have anything to lose. It was something that, that she might as well try and see how it goes. And if we got 5 parachutes or 10 parachutes, we would have considered that a great success, because it would have shown that there were people that the idea resonated with and that she was able to connect with. And the fact that it's now less than a year later, almost 300, is just amazing. It's just incredible.
Just having been able to billow up the voices of these youth, and it really touches people when they see artwork made by kids around the world that they've clearly poured their heart into. That touches people's hearts, and that makes people think about it more.
Parachutes for the Planet has reached 6 continents, 38 countries, and is scheduling displays in Panama and Cameroon for next year.